Am I the asshole for telling my ex-husband his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family? My ex-husband and I share custody of our two children, 12 and 10. Our marriage ended in a way that caused a lot of conflict and resentment. He turned somewhat emotionally abusive when he told me he was done, and he said he found me disgusting and repulsive and that he wanted to cheat so many times because the thought of sticking it in me made him want to puke. He'd been off for a little while prior to that, but the outburst was unexpected. It was unsettling because he'd brushed off his bad mood as work stress, and then he just unleashed all of that stuff onto me. He later confessed to cheating twice.
Oh.
Any hope for us to be friendly after the divorce ended with how he ended things. My family all hate him for how he spoke to me, but the kids don't know. I never wanted to drag them into this, and once he wasn't treating them the same way, I was happy they weren't mixed up in everything. After a couple of years, my ex-husband tried to act like nothing bad had gone down, but I put some firm boundaries in place. I don't answer social calls or texts, and eventually got a co-parenting app in place to make communication better. I can't block him, but it means I don't need to respond via text at all. He attempted to act all buddy-buddy when his new wife was expecting their first child together, and he even tried to suggest my extended family could come to the baby shower. None of them were ever going to go, and I certainly wasn't, but he's had this weird expectation for a while. This bubbled over recently when we were attending a meeting with our youngest child's teacher. My ex-husband complained that my parents had seen him, his wife, and all the kids in public, but hugged only ours and kept things distant with him, his wife, and their children together. He said they were already walking away, but one of his younger kids wanted a hug. He said they never made the effort to be in his younger kids' lives, and he complained that I never make the effort either. He said we're all one family in some way or another. This is where I might have been the asshole because I told him his newest children are nothing to me and my extended family. That yes, they are the half-siblings of my kids, but that I am not their aunt or their kind of mom figure or their family friend. I told him he destroyed any chance of friendship with how he treated me, and my family wasn't going to forget it either. We didn't talk about it again during the meeting or after. I left immediately, but my ex-husband has texted me repeatedly since then telling me how wrong it is to consider his children nothing, and how our kids must be picking up on it because they treat each other better than the younger kids. That was the first I have heard of it, but the repeated texts have gone unanswered by me. But I can see where I may have been wrong to say that. So am I the asshole?
Absolutely not. What a delusional person to think that I cheated and I'm having kids with another person and I still expect my ex-wife and my children to treat me the same way.
Yeah.
With respect.
Right?
Absolutely not, buddy.
Our kids are picking up on your cruelty. They're nicer to each other than they are to their half-siblings that they don't even know.
Around.
My children that are 10 and 12 are being mean to their half-siblings that are probably like 3 and 4. Or maybe not even being mean, but they're closer together. Do you think, buddy, do you think maybe it's because they live together all the other time and they just come visit you sometimes? They don't actually live with your kids?
Also, just like, I don't know, if that happened with anybody else, you would stop bringing them around. If your kids were being treated poorly by other kids, stop bringing them around. Stop trying to force this to work. It's not working.
Well, now you're just telling him to abandon his kids?
No. Just don't bring the kids around each other. Obviously, there's hostility.
How are they not going to be around each other?
I don't know.
What does he do with this?
I actually don't know. Logistically, I have no idea.
What the fuck are you saying? Keep them in separated rooms when they come over to the house?
Why can't the dad go over to the kid's house?
Why the fuck would she want him at her house?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm just...
Don't think visitation works like that.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. What's another option here?
Suck it up.
I think you reap what you sow. Like...
You fucked around. You found out. Life's shit.
I understand it's not really your kid's fault.
He's more upset that the grandparents didn't want to hug kids that are unrelated to him and come from a fucking piece of shit that treated their daughter like shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't condone bullying if it's not warranted. But it's not, I don't think it's like the kid's fault. It actually depends. Like, how poorly are the kids being treated by these other kids? Because
No, they're not being poorly. They're just not as nice to them as they are to each other.
okay, well, that's fucking normal. Like, come on.
Right? I don't think that has anything to do with it.
That's so normal. Yeah, he's just butthurt because he saw OP's family as his own, and he no longer has that because trust was broken because you cheated.
It says his older kids, they treat each other better than the younger kids. So there's not actually any bullying.
Yeah.
It's probably when they go over, they hang out together and they play together and they don't just automatically join in to play with the younger kids.
Yeah. Which, I mean, could just be an age thing. Cause
that's what I'm thinking.
The kids probably don't know. She said, actually, they don't know. The kids
Yeah.
don't know, right?
Yeah. So she thought.
So, I mean, kids are smart. Maybe they do know. But as long as they're not, like, outright bullying,
exactly,
I don't think there's anything you should be doing here, OP.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Top comment, not the asshole. He is delusional. I can't understand why he expects you and your family to embrace children that have nothing to do with you. Also, after the way he insulted you, he can go to hell.
Yeah, peace out, bud.
Delulu! Delulu!
Truly.
Delulu! Delulu!
Okay.
All right, back to you.